Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television in downtown Springfield, and we're here for the Jim Beam Classic Barbecue Cook-Off, right?
Jim Beam Barbecue Classic.
Barbecue Classic. And it's cooking. It's a beautiful day for this, and I have the founder of the Classic, or the Cook-Off here in Springfield. We have Ralph Blanford, and you've been doing this for how many years?
This is our 11th year. 11 years,
And you have your daughter here with you, right, Emily? So you've been doing it for 11 years too, right?
Actually, I've only been doing it for 9. So I came in 2 years after it started. I used to work for the chamber, so I was still coordinating the Sorghum Festival that coincides with this.
Right.
And then 9 years ago, I came into this picture.
Okay, but I'm sure you've been involved all
Yes,
that, right?
absolutely.
And this is a big deal. There's a lot of teams going on here. We also have Trevor Dedat, who is the general manager for Jim Beam, and Jim Beam is actually the sponsor for this event, right?
Yes, they are, and we've actually have a couple teams down here competing as well. So it's been a great weekend, especially with the weather we got.
Absolutely. We're standing by your tent too, with your is that your whiskey? But you also have some barbecue sauce that you do, right?
Yeah, we absolutely use the Jim Beam barbecue sauce and even a little of that great liquid that we make Claremont.
Okay, very good. So you get to take some of that. Now, how many teams do we have here today?
42.
42 teams. And you started off, you were saying, how many teams?
We've had about 60 we could have had, brought in, but we always stop at about 45.
45.
So.
Okay. Now, what are they actually going to be cooking here today for the Classic?
So the categories are pork, chicken, ribs, and brisket.
Okay. And then you have the judges, right, who are actually trained to be judges, right?
Yes, they're all certified judges through the KCBS organization. So they've been trained and have attended classes and know exactly what criteria to look for when judging the categories.
And if you're here, you see there's pretty impressive vehicles that are here for this cook-off, right?
Absolutely, yeah. They grow every year.
Now, are you one of the judges?
No, absolutely not.
Are you a barbecue fan?
Yes, absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, I know we've been here before. We've tried to eat, and sometimes they'll give you little samples, but it's not actually an opportunity to go eat all of them, right?
Right. They're actually cooking. What they cook is for competitive turn-in. So most of these guys have it down to a science. They cook exactly what they need just to turn in, to be judged, and they really don't have excess for sampling or anything like that.
And how many states did you say were here this year?
12.
12 states.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great. So what do you think of this thing that you started? Do you think it would be this big 11 years later?
Yeah, we figured we'd max out sooner or later. We didn't think it would do it this quick, but we were, like this year, we were full in February. We come out with it late January, and by 1st February or middle of February, we were full. So it doesn't take us long to fill up.
Now, you're not one of the judges either, I guess. You don't get to taste them?
I'm a certified judge, but I have never judged. My wife is as well, but she doesn't judge either.
Oh, really?
She is, so I wouldn't do it.
Now, you have it's a family connection to the Beam, is that right? Is that why you kind of brought them in here?
My wife and Fred are cousins.
Okay.
And that's how she called Fred one day and said, Fred, here's what we're going to do. He says, does Jim Beam want to get involved? And he said, well, hell yeah, we want to get involved. I'm from Springfield.
That's right.
And so we've grown from there.
Now, this is part of a circuit, is that correct, for Jim Beam? Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, so the Jim Beam series, Ralph helped begin that a few years back, and so there's several contests in Mumfordsville, Carrollton, Owensboro that are all part of that Jim Beam series throughout Kentucky. So they get to compete in a little bit different way just with the Jim Beam series.
Absolutely. And there's some big money that's involved in this too, right?
There is. So grand champion of this contest will pay out $2,500, and then reserve pays out $1,500, and each category win, 1st through 5th, also pays out.
Now, over the years, have you seen some of the teams, kind of similar teams, come back and win a long time?
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to some guys yesterday just about consistency, and you'll see the same names win. I said, and then all of a sudden you'll see them fall off, and he said that just the judges change. So the criteria of what you're doing, it might work 10 times, and then that 11th you've got to figure out how you're going to switch it up.
And different people have different tastes, I guess. Right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Absolutely. So this has been a great boost for Springfield as well to have it here.
Yeah, we get a lot of folks in. They come from, like I say, we're 12 states represented in the cookers, and I really don't know what we've got in as far as the judges are concerned, how many states we represent, but we get filled up pretty quick.
Now, you said that it was last year, I think you started another little addition at the distillery, is that right?
That is over at the distillery. We started it in 2018, and it's right, in Trevor's backyard there. That one last year was 10 teams. This year was 20. And Trevor does that when him and his crew. We go over there and help all we can, and you know, they do a very, very good job over there. They have a lot of fun.
So what's your favorite part that's cooked here? What's your favorite part of the barbecue? Like the actual food?
Brisket. I'm a big brisket fan, yeah.
I'm a brisket fan too. How about you?
Ribs, by far.
Like the
Ribs.
How about you?
Ribs is probably going to be my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
So you have
ribs.
2 ribs and 2 briskets. So we have to find out what everybody else thinks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, we're here. Tell us where we are one more time.
Jim Beam Barbecue Classic here in Springfield, Kentucky.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, this has been Gary White for Channel 6 TV.